Welcome, travelers and tale seekers, to the tavern, where we gather around the digital hearth to share secrets, unravel mysteries, and dive deep into the realms of imagination. Pull up a chair and grab a tankard of your favorite brew, and get ready for a journey through the lands of anime, manga, literature, and truly all of your beloved tales. But here in the tavern, secrets aren't just whispers in the night. They're the heart of our merry gathering. They transform you from a mere spectator into a sage of stories and a master of lore. So let your worries fade, your curiosity reign, and your laughter fill the air as we embark on an adventure filled with camaraderie, discovery, and of course, all the tales you can handle. Because in the Tavern of Tales, we don't just talk about our favorite media, we truly live and breathe them. Join me and your beloved co-host for another adventure into tales and media. Welcome to the Bard's Tavern Talk. Hey everybody, I just want to let everyone know that today's episode is brought to you in part by not only yourselves, but our wonderful friends at Design Pathology. Look them up on Instagram. There is a level of quality that you will get from her products that I have yet to find anywhere else. I discovered them at a convention. We made friends, and then from then on, I have just always wanted to have her attached to our show because she deserves the attention. The work she's doing over there is just fantastic, and her Instagram is a riot. It really is funny. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about our childhoods and how awesome they were. Isn't that right, Rogue?
Yo,
so
for sure.
Stay tuned and enjoy the show. We are 90s kids. And when I say 90s kids, I think we have the best version of this. I was born in 88.
Yeah, I was about to say, to be fair, we were both born in 88. So, I mean,
we
minus 2 years, we were 90s kids.
Well, we get to enjoy. We spent the rest of the 80s as as infants. And then when the 90s began is when we really got to immerse ourselves in stuff like I had an original NES with the Zelda cartridge and nothing else. And that was my first gaming system. And I beat it when I was like 25. But I was like 2 when I got it. I was like 4, 2 to 4. I don't know. I have to ask my mom and get an exact age on that. Oh, but so I spent a lot of time.
My older brother wouldn't let me touch the NES. There was no way.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like, I could play like Mario, but when he wasn't around, I had to like wait for him to go out and play with his friends before I could touch anything. And the way Zelda saved by holding the reset button,
right?
Like it made it super hard. Like, I deleted all of his save files by accident.
No.
Yeah, dude, I was a terrible little brother.
No, that's bad. That's pretty bad. I remember I accidentally deleted a friend of mine's save on Final Fantasy on his PlayStation. He was at the final boss.
Ooh.
We didn't talk for like 2 weeks. I didn't even argue. I totally understood. Now, as an adult, I don't even know if I could be friends with that person anymore.
Bruh. Like that shit would piss me off so bad now. Like, especially considering now that I'm an adult and now that I pay taxes, like, I don't get the opportunity to game as much as I used to as a kid.
Right, so that time is like precious.
Oh yeah, super valuable.
So yeah, I've been laid off as of late, which we've been getting stuff ready. We have the baby due at the end of June. So we've been focused on baby prep and the like. But in that time in between, I do get to game. I get to play a little bit, and I'm even trying to coerce my lovely wife to return to some of this gaming with me. She used to be a force to be reckoned with on Warframe. If I can get her permission, maybe I can post some pictures of me catching her gaming, but I really doubt she's gonna let me. But
Awesome.
but yeah, there's so much in the game. I mean, that's when I discovered Chrono Trigger. I actually, believe it or not, I used to play video games with my grandmother. She played stuff like Wario's Woods, and there was another Mario themed game that was like pattern, destroy the pattern. What was that shit? Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island was for the Super Nintendo, my guy.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Well, so was Chrono Trigger. That's what I mean. Like so was Wario's Woods, but that's what we would play, and then we played stuff like Secrets of Mana. But she played it all with me. She actually finished Chrono Trigger with me 3 times and got 3 of the different. That was awesome. And see, if people ever wanted to question whether or not playing video games with your kids is something that they'll remember, that was some of the best times I had with my grandmother. It is definitely something that you remember. What was your favorite TV show from like junior high school?
Oh God. Okay, so I was big into anime in my teens, which was
a couple years later.
Yeah. So
what did you run home from school to watch?
Oh, it was Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep. I watched the shit out of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Pokemon.
Let me hit you right in your fucking feelings. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Thundercats. No, not Thundercats. Sorry, SWAT Cats.
SWAT Cats. Yo. Oh, Mighty Ducks. You remember that?
Dude. Fucking loved Mighty Ducks.
What about Samurai Pizza Cats?
No, but what about Street Sharks?
Did watch Street Sharks. Wasn't a big fan.
I loved it. I fucking love Street Sharks. Darkwing Duck.
Yo. Angry Beavers.
Angry Beavers. Real monsters.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh fuck! I was almost there. I was getting to Dexter's Lab. Oh, and by extension of Dexter's Lab, first off, Monkey was awesome. That was I loved with the monkey cuts. But my favorite one was the super. Well, what were they? Were they Super Friends?
Yeah, the super. Oh my God! Please don't drop. Oh God.
Yeah, it was my favorite thing. Valhalla, or what was his name?
As an adult, I need every one of you that are listening. I need every last one of you to go back and watch the original Super Friends.
Oh,
when you watch that horrible ass TV show, like, it was very 60s, 70s animation quality.
Oh yeah.
But there is so much wrong in
with
that
everything.
show.
I love it though.
It is so bad. And it will ruin your nostalgia to go back and watch it. But at the same time, now that you are an adult, it is a treat to go back and watch. Like, there are scenes where Wonder Woman's like, we'll just use the supercomputer, and she literally turns something on and turns it back off in the same few frames, but there's nothing there.
I love it.
Like, it's so bad.
I'm gonna have to rewatch. Oh, wait, I got another one for you. Rocket Power.
Oh yeah, God, I wasn't a big fan of that show. Not because it was bad, I couldn't get into it. It was like the Wild Thornberries to me.
I like the Wild Thornberries too, but only for the little kid that just what was the little animal thing?
God, I don't remember his name either.
Shit, what was Reboot. Dude, I was really into Reboot.
I wanted to be into Reboot, but I couldn't get over the animation style.
It was crazy to watch. I mean, I've tried to rewatch it, and it is unbearable. But I remember as a kid loving it. Ooh. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Ooh, Beast Wars is good too. But do you remember Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, me and Sheree watch it. We were watching it a couple weeks ago. It's on the new streaming services.
Man, I'm gonna have to jump in and watch that again. That and the Goosebumps TV show.
The books were terrible, in my opinion.
I liked a couple of books. A couple of them were pretty good, and but at the same time, I was reading Animorphs books, so Fucking
Oh God,
Animorphs, man. God.
That's a name drop if I'd ever heard one.
No shit.
So we should probably explain what half of this crap was.
I mean, at this point, we would have to roll back the clock just to find some of the stuff. But let's start with SWAT Cats because I fucking loved it so much.
I don't remember a whole lot of SWAT Cats. I just remember watching it, and I remember it being badass.
I remember quite a bit because I just finished rewatching it. So everything is a bad cat pun. They live in like Mega Cat City, but it's very noir Batman-esque, you know, and there's two heroes. You got a fat one and a skinny one, as were the things in the 90s. You know, you paired opposite things. Let's see. I'm going to have to consult the scrolls because I don't remember the character names now.
I do remember I had the hots for the announcer chick on the news.
Oh my God. Wait. I think there's something about her voice actress that you'll like. Hold on. To the scrolls.
To the scrolls.
What was it we said last week? What was it said with the... Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see. Jake Clausen, also known as Razor, and Chance Furlong, known as T-Bone. Clausen and Furlong. I mean, it's adorable. Okay, so the reason it's called SWAT, another reason why it's called SWAT Cats is because they use... Let me see if I can get the actual number off of it. The Tomcat, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so they call it a state-of-the-art fighter jet. But if you look at it, it's a fucking Tomcat.
That's awesome. That's old school right there.
Now, I was obsessed. Okay, there it is. It's the Grumman F-14 Tomcat. Okay, I wanted to make sure I got it right because my uncle would never forgive me. But that's what they flew. And specifically, my favorite is the Wolfpack, the VF-1 Wolfpack and VF-2 bounty hunters aboard the USS Enterprise. They had the skull and crossbones as their tail art. And it was just so fucking cool. I mean, if you guys don't know what an F-14 Tomcat is, it fucking transforms in the middle of the air. Like it's a jet. And it can change form in air. Like it is the most badass fucking thing to ever exist. It was produced from 1969 to 1991. And still to this day, I don't give a shit. If I ever became the richest man on earth, that I wouldn't want a brand new. I want one of those. I want it all black with the skull and crossbones tail art. I don't give a shit if I get shot down. If it looks threatening, that's exactly why I want it.
Oh, that's the one with the expanding wings.
Yes. And that's what they flew, and they made it fucking even more badass. Look, okay, so here I'm on the scrolls, and it actually says, using discarded military parts and weapons from a salvage yard, Jake and Chance build themselves a 3-engine jet fighter called the Turbo Cat, which resembled several different jet fighters, most notably the Grumman F-14, which is the Tomcat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know, it's like the Batmobile at the same time. It's like, I don't know, if you could put Batman in the air, make him a cat, make him two people, you have this show. And it's very noir, like Batman is. Everything's black, everything's dark, it's a mega city, you know. But it's good, man. It really, and even still it's good. But also I want to point out that Mark Hamill is a noted voice in this show. If you guys can find him and watch the show and can figure it out, don't just Google it. Don't be dicks. Watch the show. Because I will quiz you on the show. Send me the answer. Who is Mark Hamill in SWAT Cats? And I will send you a special token with our QR code and our logo art on it. So let me know what you got. So SWAT Cats, what's next? Oh, wait. Her name. The character. Let's see. I wanted to know because there was something about her. Razor T-Bone Mayor. Deputy Mayor of Mega Cat City. Commander, Lieutenant Commander, Sergeant. Jesus Christ. A star reporter. Her name is Angora. Voiced by Candy Milo, who was also doing Tiny Toon Adventures, Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, Chalk Zone. The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron. There's another one.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Jesus.
Cow and Chicken? I love how you just skipped right over that political nightmare.
Oh, God, Cow and Chicken is so... It's like they tried to do Ren and Stimpy all over again, and it was fucking lightning in a bottle.
Dude, they could not do Cow and Chicken. I don't even think that they could re-release Cow and Chicken these day and age.
It's so offensive. God.
Like, it's so subtly offensive. It's awesome.
I mean, if subtlety was a open air dick in your face, I don't know what you mean by subtlety. There, I can remember Chicken yelling something about fat cows in the middle of a room full of fat women, and it was a huge deal, and he got thrown out of the building.
Oh yeah,
like that was cartoons in the 90s. There was so much sexual innuendo in Dexter's Lab that I didn't see as a kid. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
Dexter's Lab, that's another one to talk about right there before we go any further.
Have you ever noticed, hang on, I just want to know, I just want to bring this to light. Have you noticed how many fat dumpers there are in Dexter's Lab?
Oh my God. There's so much porn of Dexter's mom.
I'm not even talking about Dexter's mom. I'm just talking about like the characters in like the characters in general. All the moms have fat asses.
Okay, so it's created by Gendy Tartakovsky. Okay, and all of Gendy Tartakovsky's stuff is like that. Okay, I learned a long time ago. Holy shit, Seth MacFarlane worked on this. Butch Hartman worked on this. Holy shit. The series is notable for helping launch the careers of animators like Greg McCracken, holy fuck, Seth MacFarlane, holy fuck, Butch Hartman, holy fuck, Paul Rudish, which I don't know right off, and Rob Renzetti, which I probably know, but I don't know off top. Do you know who Butch Hartman is?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, okay. So all the Nickelodeon cartoons.
Right? You know who Seth MacFarlane is?
Yeah.
Okay, Craig McCracken is Powerpuff Girls, Home for Imaginary Friends.
Bro, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is my favorite cartoon of all time.
You don't lie, dude. I love that fucking show so much.
Dude, I love that goddamn show.
Again, there is so much porn of Frankie.
Well, good. Send it to me in the link. Because I ain't found it yet.
No. Grounded. Boomer.
Oh, yeah. All Real Monsters.
Oh.
I think I remember more of All Real Monsters. I think it had that and Angry Beavers had too many rememberable moments.
Oh, yeah. I like Cat Dog.
Cat Dog was awesome.
So, a little bit about Cat Dog, which, if anyone's curious, Cat Dog is a cat and a dog sharing a body where there is no anus, there is only two mouths. So you ask the questions from there.
And they never get answered.
You never get answers. Everything in this show, they live in a fish and a bone stuck together. There's no possible explanation. Anyway. So there's a little multicolored dinosaur. Well, he's a weird color. He's not multicolored, but he's like green or purple or something fucking weird like that. Anyway, one of the voices, Cat, later on does a video game, and I've actually talked about it before, but it's called Splatterhouse. And the entire time he is just fucking talking shit, ripping you the fuck up constantly. And it's amazing. And anyone who has the opportunity to get this, I think it's a 360 game. I think you get it on Wii as well. But it is an older game, but worth it. There's some videos out there you might be able to find, but it's worth playing. It used to be an arcade game, and it got rebooted into this format. But
wait, Splatterhouse? That was originally a NES game.
Yeah, well, it was originally an arcade game, and then it was a NES game.
Believe it or not, Mega Man was originally it. Oh God, you want to talk about video games? Man.
Mega Man. Oh fuck! How could I possibly forget? Oh, Mega Man and Gran Turismo.
Oh my God, Gran Turismo. So still have not completed all the licenses.
Oh, screw you! I don't know anyone that has.
I used to Game Shark and get all the licenses. I would play the game normally, minus getting the licenses in the simulator mode.
Now, okay, so here's the question: have you seen the preview for the new Gran Turismo movie coming out?
No, I haven't.
I got way too excited about it. Way too excited. I almost don't want to ruin it for you, but I'm gonna.
No, it's actually a thing. I thought you were full of crap.
No, it's a thing, dude. And it's so good because what are you gonna do, right? What story are you gonna tell about a video game about cars, right? You're gonna tell a story about the kid that gained his ability to race from a video game competition by Nissan. I am very, very, very excited about this. You don't understand. Like I have been hyped up about some crap here lately, but this motherfucker put me over the edge. I cannot fucking wait. I am more excited for this than I was for Dungeons and Dragons.
Which, by the way, the Dungeons and Dragons movie, like side note, was fucking amazing.
Yes, go see it, please. I'm actually gonna watch it tonight. I have it. I have access to it. We're gonna watch it tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should.
I'm very excited.
Like, I don't personally. I'm like, wait till it comes out on Netflix. Wait till it comes out on HBO Max. Wait till it comes out on Peacock or whatever. Like, this is one of those movies where I'm like, if you have the opportunity to go see it in theaters, why are you still listening to us? Go and watch it in theaters now.
Go do that. Go do that right now.
And then come back.
So, look out for our episode soon with Robbie Musso. By the way, speaking of 90s stuff. Anyway, so I want to talk about Dexter's Lab. Because Dexter's Lab and the artist that created it, or the creator of Dexter's Lab, was also the creator of a lot of stuff that I love. So Dexter's Lab was about a little kid that had a secret lab that would create ridiculous shit. Whatever you could possibly imagine is what the kid would create. And he had this unbelievably destructive force named Dee Dee that was his sister. She was in ballet and destroyed everything that he tried to create. He had some of the greatest villains. His mom and dad were absolutely clueless. It was great. I mean, and their kitchen, I actually knew somebody whose kitchen looked like the kitchen from Dexter's Lab. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus.
Chirp, 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 chirp. Okay, so later, I think it was like season 3 is when Mandark got.
Mandark, the best bad guy ever.
Yeah, Mandark. Like when he got introduced, they had an entire episode where it was nothing but his laugh as the audio. But
oh my god,
everything.
I remember that.
Everything did it. Like chirp, 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 buzz, 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 buzz.
Because it was they did the episode before that, which was Dexter's Day. like that. It was the right before that. It was like Dexter's Day, and it was almost the exact same episode where like he woke up and then he did his stuff, and then he ate breakfast, and he went to school, and then it was Mandark's Day, and then it's dun, 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 for the entire day because that was just how Mandark's Day fucking went. That's why I laugh like that.
I still quote Dexter's Laboratory for the omelette du fromage thing.
Omelette du fromage. God, why? That was hardwired. I didn't even think about that. It just came out of my mouth.
Like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
in Paris, the trains will meet in Paris in the city of omelette du fromage.
So, Jenny Tarnabowski, who came to us from the wonderful country of Russia, has created this wonderful show that we love so much, but also Samurai Jack, which was fucking
wait.
dope.
Samurai Jack had to be in the aughts.
Yeah, no. I think Samurai. Let's see. Let me see when Samurai Jack came out.
2001.
2001. I don't care. We're talking about it.
Close.
Don't care. It was created by Jenny Tarnabowski, so that was really why we're talking about it, because he made us he created Dexter's Lab for us, which we loved. Then he created Samurai Jack, which was fucking wonderful. Oh my god, not only was the art unlike anything else that has happened thus far, but the storytelling was so emotional, and it didn't end until recently. And they had to get him back so that they could properly give Samurai Jack an ending because it got shut down. But it was so good. It stood out for so fucking long. It's still just a thing by itself. That is a wonderful creation of art right there.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because
dude, it carries so much. It carries so much more weight when you watch it as an adult. That, I think, was the first kids show that he wrote where it was supposed to resonate with all ages, because this one, watching it as a grown man, will fuck you up sometimes. It gets emotional for you.
Fair enough.
And then there's another one that comes right behind it that has gotten a ton of fucking attention that I didn't know that he made, and I feel stupid for not knowing this. Star Wars Clone Wars.
What, like the 3D animated terrible series?
No, the one before that.
Oh.
The one that started that, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know anything about this. All I know is that he created the animated Clone Wars, not the 3D Clone Wars.
Oh, okay. So that's the one in 2003.
Right. And then he made Symbiotic Titan, which is 2011, so fairly newer, but it's high school drama and giant robot battles. That is literally the quote for that show.
What was the one that was on okay, so do you remember Toonami, right?
Fuck yeah, I remember Toonami.
Okay.
Dude, Steve Bloom, where I started hearing that fucking wonderful silvery voice.
I didn't even know that was Steve Bloom.
Dude, you didn't know that he was
it was literally it was literally a few days ago when I was watching something on Toonami, and they were like, yeah, Steve Bloom is Tom, and I was like, that is nuts. Like,
your brain was trained to love that man from the very beginning.
He does Spike Spiegel as well, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, which is why I love him so much.
Like, when they did they ever give a reason as to why they shut down Toonami?
They did. There's actually a little video. I think I posted it recently on my personal page. I'll have to post it on our socials. But they were shut down, I guess, for whatever reason they were shut down. But then they brought it back one day on April Fool's Day as a joke. And the support was so ridiculous that it started the show back up.
Well, I remember that they had the episodes where he, and this was in 2000. This was in the 2000s. This wasn't in the 90s. It started in the 90s.
Yeah, dude.
Because I remember watching Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Was it Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z? Naruto hadn't come out yet. Code Lyoko.
Code Lyoko. That was a French anime.
Yeah. There was that, and then there was, oh God, what was it? I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. Gundam was a big part of it.
Tenchi Inuyasha.
Inuyasha was Adult Swim.
Okay, but wait, hold on. No.
Yeah, Inuyasha was Adult Swim.
That was Toonami.
Mm-mm.
Because it was the anime.
No,
Adult Swim was like Brack, and what was it? Space Ghost and
Go back and Google it. Toonami
Really?
and Adult Swim, because Adult Swim came out with Cowboy Bebop. They hit.
You
They
just
hit
you just charged yourself a nickel, sir.
what?
You said the G word. It's the scrolls.
Oh, sorry.
Controversy jar. Caca.
No, to the scrolls.
Consult the scrolls.
Yeah, consult the scrolls. Toonami had ended when Adult Swim became a thing, and then Adult Swim, because Adult Swim's not actually owned by, or at least at the time, it wasn't owned by Cartoon Network. It was that time slot was sublet to Williams Street Animation.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
was,
dude, do you remember the Toonami Midnight Run and then the Toonami Rising Sun? And dude, I just went and looked it up. The scrolls have enlightened me in ways I've forgotten.
like,
Oh, the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, Robotech, Cartoon Roulette. Oh, do you remember Cartoon Roulette? That was the best, where they just kind of like random shit.
what?
Thundercats.
Oh, I got one better for you. What about
Voltron.
What a Cartoon?
Ooh,
When they were doing the trial runs for Dexter's Lab, Johnny,
dude, deep cut, Jesus.
and it was like 15-minute segments of the episodes, but I remember that.
Dragon Ball Z started showing. God. So I'm looking at 2008, 2009, January and October lineups. The Dragon Ball Z just started taking over the scene. All of a sudden, like it popped up, and then it was boom, 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 boom.
That's because we'd never seen anything like that, though. Like Dragon Ball Z in that era,
Reboot. There it is.
like that era of being a kid. Like we never saw anything like that out of American animation. American animation was sitcom-y, and like even the action series weren't, in my opinion, weren't that good. Like in comparison to the anime part or counterparts.
Ronin Warriors.
I still think Samurai Pizza Cats was the best goddamn cartoon.
Gundam Wing, Thundercats, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. That was a great movie. That was a movie with a twist ending. That was, as a kid, kind of blew my mind.
We didn't even talk about the animated series.
What, the Batman animated series?
Yeah. That was
I want to do a whole episode on the Batman animated series, but I'm going to say this, and a lot of people are going to go, duh, but there's going to be one or two people out there that are like, no way, really? I didn't know that.
Original release, September 5th, 1992.
Ooh. So it's definitely in our wheelhouse.
85 episodes.
So, two of the most notable names in that show are Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill also being Luke Skywalker from the original trilogy. I have such an emotional connection to that show, and there's actually an episode, and I love talking about this episode with people. There's an episode called The Gray Ghost, where it is Kevin Conroy, who to me is considered the only voice of Batman there ever will be, and the original Bright Knight, Adam West, in the same episode, where Adam West plays a character named the Gray Ghost, who is like Batman, who's a hero to Bruce Wayne, who is played by Kevin Conroy. And you can hear the emotion in Kevin Conroy's voice when they talk in this episode. It is, as a kid, it choked me up and I didn't understand what was going on. And as an adult, I understand what's going on, and I'm not scared to tell you that I cried like a little bitch. But it was so good. It's so worth rewatching this show. It is timeless. I don't care what you say, the animation is clean, especially for the 90s.
The animation was clean. The art style, I don't particularly care for the art style now that I'm an adult.
I still dig it, but I mean, I'll sit down and watch the what was the show? Superman, Batman, Unlimited. Justice League Unlimited.
Justice League Unlimited.
I'll sit down and
Justice
watch that.
League of America.
I didn't watch
Go ahead.
I didn't watch the one that came after that, but I did watch the Justice League Unlimited stuff, and I watch it every once in a while now with the kids.
I'm just not a big fan of DC's animation in that time period.
But I grew up with it, so I guess I was kind of into it. But I was also, at the same time, obsessed with the show called Tenchi Muyo. I'm still obsessed with the show to this date. And it is lost on you fools. It really is. It is worth watching. It's the only harem show worth watching.
I disagree.
In my opinion.
I was about to say, obviously, you ain't never seen Clannad.
But I haven't, though, so I might be wrong. But I had this, there's, a weird fucking thing going on, though, in that show. Two of the women that are after him are related to him. However, distantly, that's literally the reason that they're there, is because they're related to him. And then another one is a thousands upon thousands year old demon with a cat rabbit called a cabbit. They will call it that in the show. That turns into a giant spaceship because Japan. And the other person that's there is her mom, or quote unquote mom, but her creator, who decides to dress herself and make herself about 16 years old size wise.
So
the show's a little weird.
Check this out. This is interesting. Did you know that Tenchi Muyo released in the US under Pioneer on September 25th, 1992?
Damn, I did not know that.
Yep. So that is in fact a 90s anime for us.
No shit. Unfortunately, though, I didn't get it until the 2000s. Or until it's actually, I can tell you right now when I got it. July 3rd, 2000 is the day I got it at 6 p.m. Tenchi Muyo episode 1 played.
Man, yeah. That's crazy. No, I'm sorry. I'm to the scrollsing. Out of nostalgia,
consulting the scroll.
Oh, dude. And September 13th, 1996 was the first aired episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Whoa.
I mean, if that doesn't take you back.
Oh, yeah. See, okay, I have a Dragon Ball hanging from the rearview mirror of my truck. So, and actually, I had a good friend of mine passed away. It's been close to a year now, and before he passed away, it was close to my birthday, which is close to my birthday again. And he gave me an entire set of the epoxy Dragon Balls, which I had always wanted ever since I was a kid. And I don't know if you remember, but some of them were just like star pieces of star glitter that were encased in the epoxy. And it was like two halves, and they weren't always lined up. And there were some, those were the crappy ones. And then you had the ones that had the plastic star, and you couldn't find the seam, and it was like a perfect ball. But those are the ones I got. And in the center of the star is even painted gold. They're super, super detailed. And I freaked out when he gave them to me. I was so excited, but I guess they're worth even more now. I'm actually trying to find a proper stand to display them when we move to the new home. Which again, I know we keep talking about moving over here. It's actually a hard issue here when it comes to purchasing a home, since we are coming back from a hurricane issue. So we're actually choosing to remodel the home that we're in, And I will be setting up a new office soon, which will come with video, so you'll finally get to see me when I talk and how ridiculous I really look.
Hey, on a separate note of interest, guess what happened October 24th, 1994?
What happened?
Gargoyles.
Fucking gargoyles. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, gargoyles. There is a scene in Gargoyles where what is his name? Now I'm gonna Jonathan Frakes. Jonathan Frakes plays a human in the first couple of episodes, or I don't know, does he continue on in that show?
Throughout the entire series.
Is he there the whole time? I don't remember. I think one of them betrays them in the beginning. I don't remember if it was him. So Jonathan Frakes, who also played Lieutenant Riker on Star Wars: The Next Generation, which is my favorite Star Wars. He's also, my first officer to Picard, which is my favorite captain. But these two specifically are my favorites. I own action figures of both of them. So, as a grown man in my 30s, I actually own these toys. So that I'll tell you something. But he gives some of the best advice. I think it's on episode 1 or episode 2 to the head gargoyle, what's his name? Goliath? I believe his name is Goliath.
Yeah, Goliath.
He sits and talks with Goliath and says some of the most profound shit. And if you take it out of the show and write it somewhere, it seriously looks like an impactful statement. But it comes from fucking Lieutenant Riker talking to a gargoyle. It's just one of those things that out of context can really seem deep. And then you turn around and you're like, did you just fucking quote a cartoon?
That's awesome.
Gargoyles was about this team of gargoyles, and it tells a lore story, which I don't remember the details of.
So basically, they were guardians of a castle, and the castle got overthrown. The castle got overthrown because they were cursed to not wake up the next day.
Right.
And they sat there for 1,000 years on a castle, not being able to go out at night because gargoyles transform into monsters at night. Well, and they have to sleep during the day, which is why they turn into stone. Well, they were cursed for 1,000 years to not turn back. Right. And that's what started the whole thing. They were excavated later on, 1,000 years later, which is modern time. And yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, the guy actually sought them out and had them brought to this giant castle where they could sleep above the clouds.
No, he sought out the castle and had the castle moved to New York.
Oh, okay. Because they couldn't leave the castle.
Right.
I don't know. It's definitely worth rewatching. When they reintroduced it a few years back.
With that said, now that I've watched it recently, it is a hard watch because it is very 90s.
It's very cringy.
Very 90s.
Everything 90s has a cringe level to it that you're just going to have to choke up and deal with. What was the movie that they always talk about that's a... shit, what's it called? And yes, I will take my nickel in the controversy jar when I say it. Hold on, what is it called? It's the thing where everybody says that we're on a different timeline.
We're on a different timeline.
You know what I'm talking about, where everybody remembers something one way and everyone else remembers it a different way, and we all came from a different timeline and merged into one. That's like a theory.
That sounds like Steins Gate, but way less imaginative.
Anyway, so we're not gonna. I guess I don't get charged the controversy jar because I can't remember the fucking name of it. But either way, oh shit, what was I talking about? Brain fart. Moving on.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that Tartakovsky also worked on Batman the Animated Series.
Who?
Tartakovsky, the guys that created Dexter's Lab. I was closing out separate scrolls that I had summoned, and I just glanced upon it and read it.
Oh, nice.
That's neat.
Dude, Rocco's Modern Life.
Dude, Rocco's Modern Life. Holy shit. Oh, hey, side note about the Batman series, just in case anyone ever wants to argue with you about where Harley Quinn came from. She was actually created for the animated series.
For a 3-episode run.
Yep, and she
as
just
a guest character.
So popular that they wouldn't get rid of her.
That there she is now canon.
They rewrote some shit recently. And I'm not going to call it a retcon because I honestly think this is part of what the original plan was going to be.
So that's DC style is to retcon shit.
Right, but this may have been a retcon. I might be wrong. But Joker is known, or is now canon, to have a basement full of tortured Harley Quinns. And he just settled on her.
Huh?
I don't know if she came first and left him and he decided to cope by torturing and trying to remake Harley Quinn, but either way, that is something to be noted. Now she is not the only one. She is just only the only one alive.
That is canonical.
Yep. How fucking like DC, right? let's not make this bad. Let's make this really bad. Like in the Batman animated series, whenever they wanted to kill somebody, they couldn't kill anybody, right? So they had to make it something that wasn't exactly death. So they gave it Joker gas, which made you paralyzed with a permanent grin on your face, not dead, but completely like just absolutely fucked.
Well,
now, that's worse than death.
You got to remember that's the Silver Age of comics, though. Like
it is.
The Golden Age was the
death.
The original. Well, no, it was like the original. It was like the original, like 1940s propaganda Marvel or DC comics.
Right.
And then you had the Silver Age, which actually took comics into the more adult entertainment direction. And now we're in the modern age, which the modern age is really interesting as far as like, because they keep retconning shit and they keep
creating new things and trying to also, I don't know, they want to create new stuff, but they want to have it attached to a previously understood fan base so like they can seep off of that as well. And a lot of that crap is starting to get old. Like why? I know it's not exactly DC, but look what they just had to do with the Star Wars movies. They had to completely ignore 2 movies that they made so that they could retcon it because of how bad it was.
Oh God, are you talking about 7? Or you're talking about episode 7 and 8?
Yeah.
And then the new director came in and was like, "That shit didn't happen.
That didn't happen. not canon."
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I got a good one for you. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Mandy, yo,
dude.
Where Death was a Jamaican guy.
Yes, awesome. Death was a Jamaican guy and enslaved by 2 kids that tricked him in a bet.
To be their friend.
Oh yes. Oh, it's so good. Dude, I didn't know that oh God. How to eat fried worms. You remember that?
No.
Oh, it's good. Duck Dodgers.
DuckTales.
Dude, DuckTales. Woo. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I still can't. You still can't bring that up without me hearing the theme song in my head.
Right. Oh, man.
Ugh. I could sit here and gush forever. You know what we haven't brought up?
What?
My favorite cartoon, as far as like I could watch it any day, anytime, for any reason, and still be okay with it?
What?
Motherfucking Johnny Bravo.
Dude, okay. All right.
Wow.
So I have some stuff to talk about with Johnny Bravo. First off, I have a theory, or maybe this isn't a theory of mine. Maybe I read it. Here's the deal. If you have credit for this and you want to take it, go ahead. But I read that all of the things that we see with Johnny Bravo is actually his failures, that most of the time he does score.
That would be awesome.
Would it not? I mean, wouldn't that make it so much better?
You're only seeing when he screws up.
Exactly. Oh, Goof Troop.
Goof Troop.
Oh,
the Goofy movie.
The Goofy movie, dude. We want to talk about an emotional film.
Hold up. Hang on. We got a Goofy movie.
Tasmania.
1995.
1995. Oh, dude, I have a good one for you. Freakazoid. Fucking Freakazoid. Oh, what? How to explain Freakazoid?
Wasn't he a superhero that he was just a nerdy guy that was into superheroes, and then he somehow gained powers from bullshit reasons,
right.
And it was obviously bullshit reasons. Like they were all about giving him bullshit reasons.
Wait. His headquarters was named the Freak-a-Lair, and his primary means of transportation was known as the Freakmobile. They were not taking themselves very seriously.
Oh, no.
The show was more absurd than the last, including a character named Handman, which was actually just Freakazoid's right hand, who ended up marrying his left. Even his methods for defeating his enemies were completely insane, sometimes coming as a complete surprise to Freakazoid himself. Oh, it's so good. I have to go back and rewatch Freakazoid. Bobby's World. I remember that show.
Bobby's World. You're talking about the kid with the tricycle?
Yeah.
And
the giant feet.
Howie Mandel that did his voice.
No. We had before Howie Mandel was asking people deal or no deal. He was a stand-up comedian and creator of long-loved animated show for Fox Kids, Bobby's World. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Pinky in the Brain.
It's Pinky. It's
Pinky
in the brain.
Brain.
What are we doing tonight? Trying to take over the world.
Recess.
Bro, that's a name drop.
Oh, that would come out of nowhere. Recess was pretty cool. It was kids in a New York school. Kids in a New York school, and it took place during recess most of the time, but they were like, I don't know. They definitely had a future in the mob. So listen, what was the name of it? Hey Arnold.
Hey, move it, football head.
Hey Arnold he had the best room in animated history.
Oh yeah, for sure. For a New Yorker,
right? He had most of his roof was all skylight. Stoop kid
that couldn't come off the stoop.
Yep. What about the Tick?
I never got into the Tick.
Do you remember who voiced the Tick?
I do not.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember. By the way, the creator of the Tick later on made a show called The Venture Brothers, which we will have a whole episode about. I can't find the voice actor's name. I'm gonna have to look it up. So look, there's Hey Arnold. The original X-Men was dope. If you don't know who the X-Men is, I don't know who you landed.
We gotta stop because we're gonna cause copyright infringement.
Animaniacs. Animaniacs was a good one. Which gave birth to Freakazoid.
Nurse.
There's a Prince joke. they're doing like an investigation, right? Nice.
Townsend Coleman is the voice actor for the Tick.
Okay, it's not who I thought it was anyway. So Dot, the sister, is the older brother goes, "Hey, we need to get prints. And they're doing an investigation, so they're looking for, clearly fingerprints, right? Well, Dot disappears and immediately reappears with prints in, like, the singer, formerly known as Prince, in her arms. And the brother goes, "No, fingerprints." And she's like, "No, thank you." I was like, how did that get through? I mean, and then, like, her and Prince look at each other like, really? Oh my God, it's so good. Go look it up.
That's funny. Well, it's about that time, man. We got to start closing down the bar.
It is about that time. Well, we hope you all enjoyed our gushing over 90s cartoons, because we explained very little and really just hung out. If you guys like the way that this show went, please let us know on the socials. I would say comment, but if you're commenting on Apple Podcasts, I think we have an issue seeing those. So if you could hit us up on Instagram and let us know. Thank you very much.